Okay, the pre-show has started. Do you have anything you want to say to the people about what they're looking at on the screen?
Okay, first of all, this is a free clothing and book bag giveaway ran by my friend Crystal McMillan, and City Councilman Brian Beltman.
Hmm.
She does this almost every year. It's at her personal residence. You are welcome to bring your child to the event. They will be selling. They will have basket raffles, $5 per sheet, 50/50 tickets, two for $1. Please come out and support this. This is for the kids of Buffalo and the surrounding area. And if you have any supplies that you would like to donate, you can contact Crystal on Facebook, and she should make arrangements to drop them off, or give her a call at 716-482-2141, or email her at crystalhuss101313@gmail.com. And as you can see, there is a Cash App thing on the bottom left-hand corner for you to make a Cash App if you want. We'll see how things go. I will be there doing pictures of the event. So, guys, come on out and support a really good cause. The councilman is supposed to be there. I don't have an idea what time yet, but he is supposed to be there for this event, and maybe he'll be doing photo ops. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But like I said, come out and give it a swing. Pick up some and bring a bag. It says on there, please bring bags for free clothing items, and the child must be present to receive a free book bag. So,
All right, well, when you're ready, we can start the show.
I'm going to start my show, and everybody, thank you for at least viewing, and away we go. Hello everyone, welcome to Mick'S World, and today we are going to be taking comments and questions from people who can stay on subject. Because, well, first of all, we know I don't stay on subject, but my guest that I was going to have is stuck in traffic in Pennsylvania. I don't know if he's done, if he got free or not, because he sent me a message saying they were stuck in traffic. He'd been there for 2 hours. But if you want to call in, the number is 716-202-8430. And you're more than welcome to call in, and we'll chit-chat and talk and maybe discuss a few things. Okay, first off, we have to get rid of that. Turn that off. Thank you. What's that? Did I do what I think I did? I did, like usual. Okay, first off, we have to get rid of that. Okay. So, I don't need the one finger up in the air, Rob. But thank you for coming on, acknowledging my show. You're like I said before, you're more than welcome to call in. The number is 716-202-8430. Really quick, Rob, can you hear me? I want to make sure I can be heard. So. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's see if I can, at least I can make sure I'm being heard. Okay, so let's see if I can, at least I can make sure I'm being heard. Okay. That works. Okay, thanks, Rob. So if you guys didn't know, Rob Chase and a gentleman by the name of Russ run a radio show on Thursdays called Fair Catch. They speak about different sporting events and topics. Make sure you catch their show. Make sure you catch make sure you catch their show. Make sure you catch the No Exit show, the No Exit Experience. I don't know what he's calling it these days. But Jason and Rob and Richard will be on there talking about commentary. There are a few other shows that I would recommend you take a look at. One of the shows that I would recommend you take a look at is For Love of Puppets. There is a few shows that I would say don't waste your time looking at. But I'm not going to go into that. And thank you for watching, Marianne. Me and Marianne have been friends for a few years. I did a couple different events with her. A very special event, actually, that I'm not going to bring up because it brings up bad memories. But, you know, things are going to happen in this world, guys. And we have to band together, stay strong, stay good, so we don't have these problems. On top of that, there are also a few other things. We've got people out there that are foster parents. We've got the special needs people, the special needs families, and I'm going to put it out there once again. I'm still looking for families. I'm still looking for families to actually fulfill my idea for a month-long series on special needs families and how they handle things. Oh yeah, we got Rob going. Rob's going to be the new host for Love of Puppets, which is going to be interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, bring your sense of humor, Rob. And I don't know how you're going to stay composed during this show, but we'll see how it works out. I will tell you right now, you're going to meet some interesting characters. The other host is going to be an interesting character on his own. So, yeah, we'll see. So, Rob, I'm going to ask you, what do you think about Canal Fest being down at Gratwick Park? Was it a mistake? Was it a mistake? Was it a better venue? Because I'm not sure. Because I'm looking at it as there's no place to tie up boats for the concerts. And they're charging $2 for parking in a town park. On top of that, it's also a boat launch area. So how are they handling people that want to come in and launch their boats and park while they take their boats out on the river? I know. It's a river fest, actually. But I kind of want to say that there is a good side to it. There is a bad side to it. The good side is everything is in one place. You don't have to go from the North Tonawanda side to the Tonawanda side because all the vendors and games and rides are all in one location. Easier to control, easier to patrol. But on top of that, you have, like I stated, $2 for parking in the city park. $2, and then the accidents that have been happening because of the there's only one entrance, one exit. Hi Stacy, hi, and then hello Paula, Rob. Yeah, I understand. Plus, on top of that, they killed the Canal Fest. They killed the Canal Fest parade. The parade that actually went through Tonawanda and into North Tonawanda. But you know that's what happens when you've got your when your treasurer gets caught embezzling money from the Canal Fest. I don't know the real reason, but in my opinion, I think one of the reasons why it changed was the simple fact that somebody got tired of footing the bill. Let's be honest. Now, if it was me, I would have left the parking downtown, out on Webster and Sweeney, and then ran a shuttle bus from Sweeney Street, where they have the local concerts on Thursday nights, to Canal Fest. But you know, corruption's everywhere. Corruption's everywhere. People mess up and do stupid shit. But we'll see. I seriously believe that it's not gonna be at Gratwick Park next year, because people are gonna be upset about the parking and the amount of accidents that have happened there. And let's be dead serious honest. The 21st, they shut down Canal Fest for the day because of the storms that were coming through. They shut down Canal Fest totally on the 21st of this month because of the storm they blew through. And I'll be honest with you. I was coming back from Niagara Falls one day, coming down River Road past the park, and all of a sudden, this was on a Thursday concert day. They were setting up, and honestly, I don't know how those rides they got up there are staying stable because of the winds that come off the river, but there was slowing on River Road. When I finally got up to find out what it was, one of the canopies that they were setting up blew out of the area and into River Road, and they were trying to get it back, get it back to where it belongs, and that was just funny. To me, it was funny. But you know, I think if I remember right, one of my granddaughters had a birthday recently. So I want a happy belated birthday to that munchkin. I'll get yelled at later, hookers. I was supposed to have Western New York Deadpool on tonight, guys. But he had got stuck in traffic in Pennsylvania. They had been at a standstill for 2 hours. Which I'm probably thinking that standstill was coming into New York since we've had things. I thought it was recently. My fault. I missed it. She can beat me later if she thinks she can get away with it. I'll be doing a birthday party tomorrow. Photos for somebody for a birthday party tomorrow, which should be very interesting. A few other things that'll be going on. Oh, so I did see a birthday. Well, you only turned 21. What's the big deal? Or should we say you turned 12? You got your choice. Yeah. I know Michael's is coming up soon. Or if it... Yeah, Michael's is coming up soon. Yeah, graduated from 8th grade going into 9th. Which I don't see the big whip about that, actually. I don't see the big whip about, I don't see the big whip of going from 8th grade to 9th grade. All you're doing is just transitioning to hell. Going from a semi-hell to going to hell as a freshman, where they will mock you and destroy you for the first year until you get to that point where you're better. You've moved up. But we all know Paula turned 330, so we'll just leave it at that. Excuse me. What else? What should we talk about, guys? I know Rob's probably getting ready to tune into SmackDown, which from what I read, SmackDown is going to be starting out with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk airing their differences about getting into the tussle at their show. Oh. So, let's see. We got Rob, I got Paula. I got Marianne, Stacy. That should be good. I got a good enough viewers. Yeah. And let's see what else we got going on. So I went over again. I'll put it up one more time just for everybody to see it. My oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Go back to main. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I know Gunther and Mick Aldis should be a really good one. This is a free clothing and book bag giveaway on Dempster Street in Buffalo. My friend Crystal is running this. It's August 29th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you want to donate, you can contact Crystal at the information on the bottom of the page, or you can demonstrate, or you can contact her with whatever you need. There will be basket raffle chances and 50-50. On top of that, Nickel City Wrestling will be running a show. I think it's August 29th, so I'm going to have to make that one quick. I have to find out what time it is. I just remembered that. So, yeah. I have to look at a flyer out my car, find out what time bell time is, because I'll have to cut out of thing. Will you be at the back? Yes, I will be at the backpack thing. I was invited. I will be there with my camera. I will be there with my camera doing a few things. And hopefully everything goes well. Crystal is a good friend of mine. I met her through a program that I was a member of for a while before the building closed down. I've done a couple different events with her. She's an aspiring artist. She does do t-shirts from time to time. Has done a few murals in the area. And, oh, what else was I going to say? Oh my God. Like I said, she's done a few murals. I'll bring the kids, or at least the boy. That'll be good. It's at 13 Dempster. It's right off of, oh my God. It's right off of Bailey Avenue. You'll have to probably park on the left-hand side of the street. I'm not exactly sure. I've seen a couple nice murals over. There's one at the Amherst Police Training Center. There's a couple downtown at Delaware and Hurdle. On top of that, there's a few other ones I've taken pictures of. And you know, I'm planning on I'm working on trying to build a mural album on my Facebook for all the murals that I've taken pictures of. And when they are complete, when it's ready to go, I'll put it up. There is a lot of people who deserve credit. They take the time, they paint these beautiful pictures, and hang on. They paint these beautiful pictures on the sides of walls and on different things, and they never get enough credit because they sign their work, but they never get enough credit. They never get treated with the respect that they deserve because of the time they put into it. Honestly, it's like a lot of different photographers. I've seen some really high, I've seen some really, really talented photographers here in Western New York. Speaking of talented photographers, my one friend is doing a show in Allentown of pictures of Allentown. Her and 4 other local photographers will be doing pictures. We'll have pictures up at at a place in Allentown if you guys want to check it out. I'll get the information, I'll post it to my page. I'll share it to my page. But we do have time. We have 38 minutes, so let's break this all up. No, you're not. Let's be blunt. No, you're not. If you want to go toe-to-toe with a photographer, then I guarantee you will lose. Because I'll tell you right now, I've won awards. I've been published. I don't care. And we also have, I don't know, I'm going to take a guess and say they're going to say about $10. I'm going to say they're probably going to charge about $10. You would never win. Let's leave it at that. You would never win. Because when I shoot a picture, I shoot it for essence and core. Yeah, published in a mugshot, but, I stray from the subject. Going on, I'm probably going to say that, Rob said Italian Fest is going to be, going on Hurdle Avenue. Is that all of Hurdle Avenue or a specific spot, Rob? What was I going to say? There is a couple other things going on. Make sure you check out the Erie County Fair this year if you get a chance. $10 $10 Italian sausage, certain spot. Damn. I know that I thought they ran the Italian Fest down by the river and Lake Erie, unless they decided to move it this year. Because I know they had it down there by the I call it small boat harbor, but that's not what it's off of the 190. You take the go over. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. If we're talking food wise, there is a few places that I would recommend getting food from in this area. One of them I would have to say is Avenue on Hurdle. They have really good food. They treat their customers correctly. Another one, if you're looking for good pizza and stuff like that, I'm gonna give. There's two places actually. One is Bocce's and one is oh my God, Franco's. Franco's is one of the best pizzas because they do not make a round pizza. They make square pizzas and what they consider a large is what most people what I consider a sheet pizza is what they consider a large pizza. But I would have to say that out of the three pizza joints the best three pizza joints in the area are Avenue Pizza on Hurdle and Franco's and Bocce's. And the only thing that makes Bocce's unique is that they cut their pizza. It's not regulated slices. It's all different sizes. They cut it. And when they make it for you, that's really good. But also, here's a little thing about Bocce's that really nobody knows. If you live out of state, you can order a half-baked pizza that is frozen and sent to you with instructions on how to bake it from Bocce's. I think they overnight it to you. Also, there is a few other different things. But again, going back to my subject, we are dealing with different things. Nobody cares. Your opinion doesn't matter on my show. But again, going back to the subject at hand, we're going to be doing, like I said, I'm planning on doing, one of these days I'm actually planning on going to Tiff Nature Preserve and setting up my good camera and taking pictures of the nest that you can only see if you use a spotting scope or binoculars from the little center. I know Franco's is expensive, but they give you good quality pizza. It's one of the only 3 pizza joints in North Tonawanda that I'll frequent and get my pizza and stuff from. Now, if we're talking places that do wings, my top 3 for wings is Bocce's. Franco's is a little bit. There's another place. There's actually a veteran-owned pizzeria in North Tonawanda, and their food is good, really good. They've got some different combinations of food. Like they've got a 5-cheese, I think it's a 5-cheese pizza, and other things. I think I'm actually going to spend. Yeah, Submasters is good, but I'm not really a fan of their pizza. I've really not had their wings. You know, I'm gonna say something, and it really does aggravate me when there are certain restaurants that offer chicken wings, but they bake them. Chicken wings are not designed to be baked. They are designed to be deep fat fried. Actually, I'll tell you the best place to ever get chicken wings, but it's closed now, was Earl's out on 16. He would make his chicken wings were pressure fried. They'd put them in the oil. They would put them in the oil and then close the damn fryers up in pressures and they would pressure fry them. The only problem with that is, like I said, Earl's is closed. I think he's passed away. I know his wife passed away. But, you know, we're going to get off pizza and all that. We're going to talk about desserts. The best pies I've ever had were made by Earl's wife. She used to go out every morning before the restaurant opened to the strawberry farm down the street and pick strawberries for her strawberry pies. And I'm not talking little, like the little strawberries that you see in the stores. I'm talking these things were like that big, and they would top her pies. She made a cinnamon roll that was, I think it was 7 3/8 around, 7 3/8 inches around. About maybe, I'm going to say about a good 3 to 5 inches tall. You could actually cut it up and make it into a birthday cake, which we actually did for somebody's birthday in our family, Paula. We did that for somebody's birthday, actually. Made a cinnamon roll into a birthday cake. But you know, that's a chapter in everybody's life that we'll just forget about and leave it alone. But I'm going to ask a serious question. What is such the big hype of going from 8th grade to 9th grade? They throw these graduations, say these people are graduating, but I don't understand the hype. When I was a kid, when you finished 8th grade, you were told you're going to 9th grade, you were happy. There was no graduation, no big ceremony. It was a swift kick in the ass and told you that go enjoy junior high. Or go enjoy your time in high school. And don't get frickin' fit and don't get hazed by the 11th and 12th graders. There are stories of, that's about all it was. That's all it is, going from middle school to high school. You get your ass kicked in high school, you get your ass kicked in middle school. Hell, I've even heard of kids getting their asses kicked in elementary school these days. But then you got people like some of my grandkids who you lay a hand on them and they're going to lay you out. And I'm going to be honest. I know I won't name any names, but I know a specific individual that I know was laying people out during her school term. And if she tells me she was a perfect little angel, I'm going to call bullshit. There's been a lot of different things going on, guys. A lot of different things in my world, everybody's world, and, the biggest question on my mind is what's going to happen in the near future. My senior year, we were telling people to suck it. Thanks, DX. It's a milestone moment. Some high schools now have special programs, so in a way it's a first step towards the futures. Yeah, I know one of the kids in my Snuggled in Love group is actually went to tour a high school that has a restaurant in it, and that the 10th graders and up serve the public food, which has a cooking program, which is really nice if that's what you're into. For me, it was getting out of school. In my 11th grade year, I only did half a day of school, and then I did 3 hours at Bosie's in Cheektowaga. And then in the morning, it was a half day. It was a half day in the morning, and I went to food service. Hell, really nice food, really good instructors. I had an instructor who was chef of the year for Buffalo for a few times. And that my one instructor was chef of the year in Buffalo. He owned his own restaurant. I can cook better than you can. We'll put it that way. I have been cooking most of my life. My mother taught me how to cook, and then I've learned more and more as I moved on. I have done, I was cooking for a social group. I was cooking for a social group in Olean and making awesome food, getting awesome people that were telling me how good my food was. I've cooked massive meals for my family, and on the holidays, I will say my only problem with cooking is I'm a really big critic of my own food, because if something messes up, it throws off my whole system. But I'm learning to be better at that because of the person I'm living with is helping me understand. You know what? I'm just going to call bullshit. I'm just going to call bullshit. And leave it at that, Paula. I know your attitude. I know you. I know you way too well. You're the girl that I know would walk up to a guy, tell him to go fuck himself, and then tell him to go shove his head up his ass and flap his gums. You know, I've been to different schools, and I've had to deal with different areas. Okay, I've been to different schools. I've been in different school districts. I've been in different school districts. I started my junior years of school in Louisiana, where it was legal at the time to take the student into a room and beat their fucking ass with a paddle. And then I moved up here to New York, went to school in the Southern Tier for a while. Then I went to Lancaster, ended up in Cheektowaga, finished up in Cheektowaga. But I'm gonna tell you straight out. I know that the schools in the South get a bad rap, but they also have better activities for the students. Like every year we had a field day where all the students got out and they went out and did they went out and they did different little sporting events. We had a Mardi Gras parade where we took shoe boxes and made floats out of them to walk around. You saw tires burning from your school. What school did you go to, Rob? I'm betting if it's tires burning, I'm betting it was down near Angola, where the Indians were burning tires on the thruway. But like I said, I've been to a bunch of different schools, and I still say that I like the southern schools better. They may not have the highest teaching requirements, but those schools were kick-ass. The teachers our Niagara Wheatfield, holy crap. I'm trying to think of where. Why were there tire fires by your school in Niagara Wheatfield? Oh, wait a second, never mind. That's out by the res, isn't it? But where I was like I was saying, a lot of the schools down in the South, especially the elementary school, were highly watched, highly protected. You couldn't get into that school unless you were known. If you tried to enter that school, the security team that worked the school would lay you out on the ground flat. And then The security team would lay you out flat, and then the cops would just drag you away. And I do mean drag you away. They would have you in cuffs, dragging you by your arms to the cop car. If you hit into things, too bad. Hell, they had no problems arresting people for stupid shit. Hell, let's look at Mardi Gras. How many people get arrested during Mardi Gras for stupid shit? Climbing poles, showing off their boobs. They actually outlawed that in Mardi Gras a few years ago. The women can't stand up on the balconies and have the men scream, "Show us your tits," and flash them, or they can get in trouble. There have been people that climbed light poles and gotten arrested. The amount of fights at Mardi Gras, man, you don't even want to talk about that. And then you've got Bourbon Street, the only street in New Orleans that has no car traffic. It's like, you have the French Quarter, you have Bourbon Street. I can tell you a story that's hilarious. Really, in my mind, it's hilarious. But I'll reserve that for another time. Again, I'm going to, one more time. Let's see. Okay, like I said, the free clothing and book bag giveaway is August 29th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 13 Dempster Street. My friend Crystal McMillan's sponsoring it. Her information is at the bottom of the flyer. You can contact her if you want to make donations. Also, she's going to be running a basket raffle, $5 per sheet, and a 50-50, 2 tickets for $1. Bring a bag for clothes, and you never know what's going to show up. I know the one year I went to this, they had, I think something like over 50 book bags, and they were jam-packed, hard to zip. And there was a little bit of, there was a couple different performances. There were superheroes there. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to talk Western New York Deadpool into being able to be there if he's available. But we have 14 minutes left. So let's see, what can we come up with? I've lived in New Orleans, so I'm not worried about it. There's a thing called Strawberry Festival down there. There's the Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, different things going on. Lots of different events going down in Louisiana. I've seen I've seen hurricanes. I've seen massive flooding. I've survived a bunch of different things. And then on top of that, what was I going to say? On top of that, I've been up and down the east. I've been up and down the East Coast at every Civil War battleground from Louisiana all the way up to New York. I've visited Arlington Cemetery. I visited Washington, D.C. I visited different battleships along the way. I've swam in the Mississippi River. Well, actually, it wasn't the Mississippi River. It was the Gulf of Mexico, Biloxi, Mississippi. I've actually, it was funny because we actually took a tour of the Marlboro factory on one of our trips to go see my grandmother in Florida. I've been to 3 different spring breaks down in Florida during that time. I've also been to Virginia Beach a couple times. Found some really nice I'm gonna call them toys down there. But every day is another day, another journey. And let's see. What was that? Oh, I know what I wanted. There's also but I do want to say if you do go to the Erie County Fair, check out the photography and the arts and crafts. There are some really good things going in there. I do know that the Veterans Group has put in at least 8 different people submitted photos to the photography contest, and the different categories ranged from flowers to portraits and other things. When I went to go drop off my photos for the event, there was a girl who made a lamp out of copper piping that she literally soldered all the pipe joints together. And there was a gentleman submitting a fake leg, a prosthetic leg as a lamp. There was a lady submitting a Afghan that her mother made, and it took almost 2 years for her mother to complete. I do want to say that I send my condolences out to a member of the Think Twice family. Actually, 2 members of the Think Twice family. Well, you could say 3. Let's say 3 members of the Think Twice family. I want to send my condolences out on their losses. One of them was unexpected. Well, actually, I think 2 or 3 of them were actually unexpected. But again, I send my condolences out to the members of the Think Twice family who have lost their loved ones this week. On top of that, I'm gonna, I've lost some people. Let's be honest. I've really lost some people. I've lost somebody that I cared about a lot, even though I don't think she believed I cared about her. I cared about her. I've lost at least 2 young gentlemen to cancer that I'm not very happy about that subject. I've lost aunts and uncles to cancer and other diseases. I lost a very good friend to an unknown disease. To this day, they don't know what took them out. But, we'll see how things go, guys. Just remember, take care of each other. Make sure you check on your elderly neighbors and neighbors that have medical conditions. Make sure you check on your family members, especially if you do not hear from them for a long period of time. And I'll be honest. I will be dead serious honest. I go radio silent numerous times during the year. But I'm always kicking. And Paula and somebody else will tell you that I'm always kicking. I'm always around. If you need me, contact me. I'm on Facebook. Send me a message on Facebook, people. If you want somebody to talk to, you're having some issues, either mental health issues or just depressed. Yeah, I know that's where you got it from. I gave it to you. Some yeah. If you're having mental health issues, I don't care if you wake me up in the middle of the night. Believe me, I will wake up, I will talk to you for hours on end. I've lost enough, me and sleep do not deal real well together, so I'm good to go. I am good to go. And oh, by the way, Paula, I'm working on trying to get another tarot card reader. If not, I'm going to have somebody teach me how to read tarot cards. So there will be tarot cards coming back in the future. But also, Paula, can you do me a favor and pass it around to your friends, especially if you have any friends that have special needs kids, that I will be dedicating a month's worth of shows next month. Every show that I do next month will be hopefully with a special needs family. So if somebody wants to get on and talk about it, they can tune into my show. And you know what? I'm even going to extend this, because I know she's somewheres around here. I'm going to extend this to people who have foster kids or deal with foster kids, because I know she's hanging out there in the dark, in the little ether dark. So you're more than welcome to come on. But also, I want you guys to keep an eye out for my one friend Virginia. She'll be doing a show in hopefully August, and she's a spiritualist. She can read spiritual stuff. Talk to her. She's really nice. That's another show you got to check out. You gotta check that out. You gotta check out the No Exit Experience with Rob, Richard, and Jason. You have to check out Rob's show, Fair Catch, with him and Russ. Check out For Love of Puppets. You know, I don't usually give a lot of hype to this, but I'm even saying check out the Peace Center. Check out Sal Monaco's show, The Oracle of Enlightenment, with his guests. And, you know, check it out. Check out these shows. Make sure you support these individuals. They need the support they need the support for their shows. Now, like I said, those are the top shows that I would recommend checking out. I would also recommend watching Matt Austin's show. I don't know what his thing is. I don't know what Matt Austin's show is, but check his out. Make sure you catch the Mick'S World next week. Make sure you catch the No Exit Experience. It'll be on at 5 o'clock tomorrow with, like I said, Jason and his guest Richard and Rob. But on top of that, we've got Mick'S World. We've got the other ones that I named. And there are a few shows that are on Think Twice, TikTok, and other places that you need to avoid. Let's just say you need to straight up avoid them, because they are, how do I put this nicely? Their content is not needed. To me, it's more just of a harassment. And I'm not talking, like there are certain shows, there are certain people that make videos for TikTok especially that are assholes. And this is coming from a man. Let's be honest, this is coming from a man who says that most men on TikTok videos, because I hear a lot of the ones my roommate listens to. A lot of men are assholes. They will be assholes from the day they were born till the day they're in their grave. And, but, shit happens. One of these days I'm going to make it to where I want to be. I'm going to try to get a guest, depending on his schedule, to come on here and talk. I'm going to try and get a few more guests that I need on. But as we're winding down in time, I'm going to say it. Be safe, be strong, and see ya.